Hi everyone, today I have a very special build to share with you. This one actually does infinite scaling damage based on enemy HP, and you also have infinite energy, infinite health through casting abilities, and yeah, you can just wreck faces without using a single shot, without hitting a single enemy with melee. It's crazy, so let's just show you on some tough targets. We do use an operator ability, Caustic Strike, and this is like the casual version of what it can do, right? So the actual nuke is this, and it does that to groups of enemies as well. So let me show you that. These are like pretty tough enemies. They're what people usually use to simulate damage on with like incarnons and all their stuff. And this build just really doesn't care about that. It's just like, okay, you're supposed to be hard. Look at our look at our blood bomb go. It's just like, yep, GG. Armor strip instantly, very nice little feature of this build. And you see we have 70k stored up. Now it's 300k, 500k. And they fly in all directions. Pretty fun, to be honest. The first ability actually also opens them up for finishers. Garuda does get a little bloody. I guess that's the downside of this build if you're squeamish and don't like gore. And you can use weapons. You can use your favorite, you know, book or shotgun, scythe, whatever it is. Her first ability also blocks all projectiles, and you don't have to use armor stripping. It just kills them directly as a splash proc, which ignores armor. It's pretty nuts. It's one of those builds like, I don't know, Volt nuking ESO or Saren or something like that, which you just have to try at some point. And it was actually my clan leader who showed me the interaction between Breach Sarge and Seeking Talons, and then I added Molt Reconstruct to it to like finish off the build and synergize with Bloodletting, which is Garuda's unique way for infinite energy. So yeah, hope you enjoy it, and like looking at a more in-depth review of all the skills and abilities and so on. Infinite damage, infinite energy, and infinite health. So we're not even really using the book. The book just looks super cool. And yeah, I'll show you the build after the gameplay video. Let's go to like one of the hardest missions that we can on Steel Path solo, and you'll see all I mean about infinite scaling and infinite energy. No arcane energize was used in the creation of this video, lol. Void Flood, kind of annoying. Kuva Survival, why not? Fits the theme of the Blood Mage. Yeah, I really like Garuda. She's just like immediately upon release became one of my favorite frames. No other way to put it, just really nice. And go, go, go. Kuva Survival, solo. So in actual gameplay, I would take weapons just to have more versatility and some priming and so on and so forth, but I want to show you that it really is possible. You can just do limitless damage, be tanky as all hell, despite like not seeming to be that tanky. And yeah, find the door. Well, we're locked in here with no panel to hack. Nice. Okay, game was a little slow. Breach Surge, Seeking Talons, Bloodletting, Dread Mirror. And you guys are dead, you just don't know it yet. What the hell is going on, eh? Let's go find a big group. even vigor group. Okay. And yeah, what's going on is Seeking Talons and Dread Mirror work together to do infinite scaling damage based on the enemy's HP, which then ticks as absolutely massive bleed procs, so slash procs. So that's why I call her the Blood Mage, and you see very comfortably surviving against pretty high level enemies, and honestly it just scales forever. Even if you make a mistake and go down, so let's like actually purposefully break the chain and die in a moment after this group. Yeah, even if you die, you can just res yourself super easy with one simple technique that I will show you. Option proc just as I threw the blood bomb, lol. And yeah, let's go down in a moment. Just after killing this Eximus, alright? It's too much fun. Okay. So we'll let the enemies hit us. Won't use Breach Surge, won't use anything. Last Gasp, cast Caustic Strike, and our Glaive instantly back up. Yeah? The pet tried to res us, but we were faster. Lol. So, we have another 3 minutes in here. I'm gonna start using the book. And just a little careless moment there, but as you saw, it's really no issue. A's without weapons, super nice. And yeah, I'm also using an augment that actually legit makes... I'll show you it in practice as well. Okay, tick tick. So what we have to do to proc this augment is actually cast our first ability on an enemy that has less than 40% HP. And when we do that, we get this thing called... Actually still keeps ticking down when we have Dread Mirror. We have infinite healing and infinite HP or something if anything actually hits us, because Breach Surge is blinding everything, lol. And yeah, while Dread Ward is active, you're just flat out unkillable. Stuff can hit you as hard as it wants, doesn't matter. Pretty easy to proc, because stuff is always taking dot damage. You just have to keep an eye out for like what has taken some damage. So there you see, 2 HP, not gonna die because we're Garuda, baby. Super fun. Okay, there's some, did you see that? There were some nullifiers and they just got deleted by our blood bomb because reasons. Warframe math. And here comes a acolyte. I guess we should be scared, maybe, or not. Yeah. Should have paid attention. Shouldn't be scared, but should have paid attention. I didn't see where it was, and then stuff happened. We raised ourselves. I don't know. I broke the chain to my own combo, and the acolyte got me. Damn. The thing is, if you play tons of frames, you don't get used to the playstyle of any of them, so you're not like sleepwalking the combo, and then you're vulnerable for a second, right? Kaboom. Let's see how big the crits are that we can get with this build though before we leave this survival mission. Okay, so we're gonna armor strike them, and then we're gonna throw a dread ward at them. Okay, they just melt from the dots, and we got 108k there. It can go much higher than that. Armor strip, and chuck the bomb. Yeah, not actually that impressive. I've seen it do 100 million, no joke. So maybe that was also because of viral. Alright, we got blown up while we were charging it because we didn't have a dread ward active. Oh god, I feel like I'm trying too hard at the moment with with hyping this build up, but it really does insane things. It's just like the curse of streaming, of like recording while you're trying to pull off cool shit. yeah, let's try one last time before we leave, see if we can get a fat proc. I think what you do to stack up your damage is actually you don't just hold down your button. Ah, damn. Such a noob. I need to, such a legendary rank noob. I need to activate Dread Ward before trying the fat nuke, because you don't need to do the fat nuke, you actually just let them bleed out. But yeah, there we have it. There's Dread Ward, and we armor strip them. Okay, they're armor stripped, and then we throw the bomb on armor stripped enemies, and 2 million, not bad. Once the enemy levels go up, the damage goes up, because like I said, it simply does damage based on their HP. Life support is fading a little bit, because I'm just like not using weapons, as I mentioned, but it doesn't have to fade. You can actually like just really play harder, even with this build, even with no weapons, and like spam your abilities more, and yeah, reflex to melee there, lol. Or you just go get a survival tower. Anyway, I was gonna get out of here because I've like shown you the build. Yeah, so you see the end game capability, like level 9k capability of this build rests on its health scaling and shield gating. Okay, you cannot use your abilities on Eximus guarded units. Where's the exit? Lol. Let me out of here. Yeah, but it's just an awesome build and a different way to play Warframe. You know, you can just do as much damage as they have in health, and where weapons like fall off, because they all do at some point, it's just that the levels are capped at 10k. Garuda never falls off. She just actually keeps getting better. Sorry I'm not showing you like amazing highlight clips of Disruption or Void Cascade level cap or something like that. Would be cool. I just don't have the time for it right now because I'm busy doing other things, but I guess here's a brief display of some actual level cap content, and I will show at some other date, maybe streaming. I'll start streaming Garuda just demolishing the highest level content in the game. Yeah, really quick build overview. Like I said, I'd give you 2 casting speed shards and 1. This you don't even need. I just had it because the weapons I would pick with her would be the Grigori, putting the gore in weapons. The Grigori scythe, really nice little scythe. Blood scythe. And yeah, everyone wants to see the Garuda build, so let's look at that first. Brief Respite, Molt Reconstruct. That's like the claim to fame of the Blood Mage. Basically, you're cutting yourself, bloodletting, literally. Emo power. You're using bloodletting to sacrifice health, gain energy. Then Seeking Talons with the Augment is an instant 360-degree cast that forces /proc on all damage any enemy receives, and that synergizes insanely well with Breach Surge, because the Breach Surge like skill description doesn't really tell you that much, because it's also a wisp skill that has even more effects. It's a subsume. It's like, yeah, you get it from devouring wisp and then implanting this skill in this Warframe. So Breach Surge does a number of things. It puts radiation status on enemies, it puts blind on enemies, and when they take damage, especially like headshots, but any damage, like through Seeking Talons for instance, it sets off a ricochet effect where the particles seek the heads of other enemies just in an endless chain. So even just the 2 and 4 combo actually ends up killing stuff, especially if you armor strip it. That's why the blood bomb was harder to pull off than I wanted it to be, because at that level stuff was just melting too quickly to Breach Surge. Anyway, Rolling Guard to make surviving very smooth and easy. Natural Talent for much faster casting speed. Umbral Intensify is the one that you really want. I have an Umbra Forma, but you don't need it because I like also playing, as I featured in my previous build, a more chill, like melee-focused Garuda with Gloom. But this build really works. It really does what I'm telling you it does. Yeah, Archon Stretched you also don't need. Archon Flow you definitely don't need. You can actually put over Primed Flow if you have it maxed. I just have it because it's maxed and this one isn't. Archon Stretch actually procs from Diriga's abilities, so Arc Coil and Electro Pulse, I think it's called. Sentinel abilities are counted as your own, and these do forced electric damage really, really often, so you're gaining like backup energy through that as well very easily. And yeah, I think we've been over everything. You want a bit of range on this so that your damage abilities on the Blood Mage are doing some real range damage, and Dread Ward lasts for 12 seconds even if you only have primed continuity. So I look forward to seeing comments or how anyone uses this build. Would be awesome. Tag me in that, and I'll record a level cap run with her soon enough. It's just I've had some issues with my PC and also recording software, like it failed to capture an Elite Sanctuary Onslaught I did with Harrow yesterday, where I was like, awesome, I can show people how to get 100k focus in like one ESO stage, and then it's like failed capture, face palm. Okay. So hope you enjoyed this build review. Molt Reconstruct, in theory, it's enough to have like rank 3, I would say, and it's a pretty cheap arcane. Wasn't even trying to get a second one. You just get it from running Void Cascade, Steel Path, and hand-ins on the Zariman daily. And yeah, with this build, you could, even if you have 0 weapons, 0 Forma, 0 Incarnons, do level cap content if you have the patience and the skill. It is a bit more of a higher skill cap build, but super fun if you like mages. And last but not least, let me just show you a very quick overview, the Blood Mage book. So I took 60% strength invocation, worth getting all of these. I think the set is only 100 or 140. And Jahu Canticle. There's other ones, like this one is more survival based. The Fast Canticle charges up your shield faster, and it starts charging faster. This gives us some shield gating on top of Brief Respite, so we get a bit of overshields, which then increases shield gate period. And Viral stacks up the slash damage that we're doing. It's not really worth getting Corrosive in my opinion, because we're fully armor stripping through Unairu. And yeah, otherwise we don't really have Viral. You can also get it on your main weapon. I hope you saw like the build here. Secondary dex, really nice. Just a very quick overview of the melee weapon. Bada bing, bada boom. Put some more Forma on it to make it even better, but this thing does crazy damage and launches a scythe that passes through enemies. The main feature of it is also, because we're not using it very much, combo duration is paused while holstered. So yeah, that's sick. And for the weapon, if you can get it, I did a review on this one because it's so insane, especially if you want instant status priming. Like, I plan on putting 2 green shards on Garuda once I get them. I've used them on other frames. So you can just instant 10 viral stacks, or once you have corrosive, instant armor strip. And then you could play with like Madurai. Madurai gives you plus 40% ability strength, plus 50% casting speed. But Unairu is incredibly reliable to self-resurrect. You just instant armor strip, fire your 4th scaffold. So it's a tier 4 scaffold. It's called the Fad scaffold. It's what I showed you in the run here. And it ricochets off all these enemies and just ends up killing something. So you literally just press your middle mouse or whatever alt fire is for you once or twice, and yeah, you end up killing enemies. Guess I should show... I want to keep it short, but I'll just I'll just do like a 0-second review of the Nautilus and Verglass, which I'm using for some status priming during Contagion. And last but not least, to complete this build video, reveal what the operator is using. So Mage's Lockdown, super useful. Melt, 210% more damage on operator. Eradicate, 60%, always up. This you have to stack up with Slinging. And Eternal Onslaught for like orange crits guaranteed on your operator weapon once you deplete your energy. It counts as depleted once it's like below 80% or something like that. So there you have it, Garuda the Blood Mage, and how to do infinite scaling damage. If you don't believe me, try it out yourself. I will reveal the evidence in a few days' time that she really does go to level cap, but here's some other level cap content for you that I recorded yesterday, where I did some Void Cascade runs, because believe it or not, I was accused of lying. Someone said that you cannot earn 300 plat per hour in Void Cascade Fisher, and it really got under my skin. I was like, fuck, I don't, like, I'll never lie to anyone. I just, like, don't always say up to, under optimal conditions, if you have a squad, if you're cracking good relics. Like, I had a mod booster, or it's still running 4 hours, right? And I was actually getting more than 300 plat per hour with the mod booster when you count up everything you can do with Kuva, Steel Essence, Prime Parts, Arcanes. It was just sick. So yeah, here's that footage, and yeah, I encourage you to start getting into Warframe's endgame, and this is like one of the easiest, but like it is a bit high maintenance builds that you can play, that I personally find like, holy shit, I've created a monster, and it's beautiful. On that note, yeah, here's some heavy metal and the mythology behind Garuda. So she has a backstory as an eagle of Krishna, who's like this all-encompassing figurehead. He has some crazy mythology going on. And Garuda also has a helmet called the Bathory helmet, and the myth behind that is also very interesting and gory. So yeah, enjoy. Have a great day, great time, great week, and catch you in another one.